Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example towards younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in the truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And what I want to do today, just dealing with another spiritual morning report, just pretty much talking about the news, different events that's going on. Like I said, we know prophecy, is heavily active, in the earth, man. And what being geared up as people are distracted, by NFL preseason, the Lakers off-season trades, Como, all right, having to resign, so-called sex scandals and, all these different things. While people are being distracted, there's major legislation being set up, all right, that's going to turn America to pretty much a huge concentration camp, all right, which is going to be pretty much a huge torture/death camp. That's what's being happening. All right, the worst times ever is being prepped in the earth. While people still have this sense of pride, people, still have this mindset of being nonchalant. All right, you got Israelites losing their damn mind, with these crazy ass doctrines. All these things are happening, but the worst time ever on earth is being prepped. And even how Shah spoke of, when you go to Matthew 24 and 21, it says, "For then shall great tribulation, such was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be." You see that? Horrible times ahead. Horrible times ahead, man. And when you pay attention, it's being prepped. Now, the big thing that people are talking about now, all right, a lot of these truthers are talking about now, is the Executive Order 83 that the governor of Tennessee passed. And pretty much, he's setting it up in Tennessee where they saying that the hospitals are being are being filled to capacity. So now they're going to have to start doing, external, camps and facilities for patients. And pretty much, all right, it's quarantine camps being set up and being disguised and as an extension of the hospital. He's setting it up where he has people that will be able to participate, in the medical field that aren't licensed, as long as someone else, whose license is around. So pretty much they can just recruit anybody. And what's going to happen is people are going to start signing up to help enforce this NWO. People are going to, all right, join forces with the NWO against those that, that don't deal with Vanessa. You see, there's pretty much a war being prepped for those that are not dealing with Vanessa. So just look up Executive Order 83, and pretty much they can come to your house, man. It's happening in Israel now. They're coming to people's houses and taking children. All in the guise of safety. So now you see executive orders in America where they're making it legal for them to come to your house, man, and scoop you up. Because another thing that they're going to say, is that those that don't deal with Vanessa have a mental illness. This is what this devil is coming to, man. This is what this devil gonna bring it to you. He's gonna make it seem as if the Vanessa is working so well, only someone who has a mental illness will reject it. And that's terms of them pretty much making you a criminal, man. So this is what's being prepped real time. You have more mandates going out through more corporations, more corporations, all right, and businesses are joining, all right, this mandate team where it's mandatory. That's happening every day, you know. And like I remember talking about chaos on one of the spiritual evening reports, and as I was driving to the house, and when I mentioned chaos, I remember an airplane flew by and it had Delta on it. You see? So we could very well be in the road that's going to lead to all out chaos and hell, man. Another thing, they said down here in Mississippi, they say in 5 to 10 days, the medical fields could fail. You see, the medical system in Mississippi could fail because it's overcapacitated. It's overcapacity, man. And they're using this thing of overcapacity to justify them, making these camps to bring people that don't have Vanessa, man. It's being set up right now. As we speak, it's being set up right now. The worst time the earth has ever seen. You watch Elder Apostle Gabar video, he goes into, he plays a video of this guy, and pretty much he's saying how the military is preparing for America's worst day. For America's worst days. And just a garbage truck passed by and got caution on the back. Come on, man. They say that they're preparing for a lot of anti-government attacks, possibly, attacks from foreign entities. That could be nuclear. We can see pocket nukes go off in the near future, man. And if they do that, Lord, well, I could do a video this weekend that's dealing with martial law. But see, if they do something like that, they can declare martial law. Now, martial law goes into what? A war-like law. Goes to martial means war. Law, all right? Laws of war. And that's when the general of the military is in command of the country. All right? Which right now, the general of the American military, his last name is Miley, M-I-L-E-Y. I forget his first name. I used to know it pretty good. But his last name is Miley. And he would be, all right, pretty much in charge of America. And what will happen, you gotta remember, what is war? Look up the definition for war. It's it's a conflict between two opposing parties. Well, who are the two opposing parties? It's going to be the American government against the people. You see? So this is where we at. All right? You have another thing is people are dying off. You got to remember there's men, all right? There's men in certain positions dealing with infrastructure, all right, dealing with agriculture. There's certain men, there's certain fields that if these men, all right, when you go to critical infrastructure, agriculture, transportation, there's particular men that if they die, you can't replace them. It takes years to train up for their position. And see, as these people dying off, man, see, key people gonna start dying off and you gonna feel it. All right? The jobs that, that men have, since it's this big kick, the feminist movement, we don't need men. Okay. There's particular positions in the earth where, hey, if those men die off, you gonna feel it. You see? So this is where we at. We're approaching the worst times ever. So you can play around. You can try to be cute to the end. You can be proud to the end. You can be out of order, you know. But these times coming regardless. Hey, even it's saying in the world, time waits for no man. Prophecy waits for no man. So that's where we at, man. So I just wanted to bring that out and touch on those few things, Lord will. You brothers, you know, you few sisters edified. Till next time I say shalom.